How is this notable? Why did you put his name on this
because
list?
there's no shift, Brig. There are some guys who still have not been signed who are notable. We got a list of notable free agents. JD Martinez, who was actually in Seattle over the weekend.
Oh.
I think he would be a great DH in Seattle.
Yeah.
I would love that so very much. Kevin Kiermaier still hasn't been signed. That's baffling.
I thought I saw he got picked up somewhere, or was it he get an offer somewhere?
He may have gotten, I don't know. Maybe that's why he hasn't signed. Maybe he just hasn't accepted any offers.
Maybe.
I'm
I
surprised
saw something from him though, and I don't know what's happening.
Carlos Correa is still out there. Teams are bidding on him, and I mean he signed with Boris this last year, didn't he?
I think
it's gonna be a while before we see anything for him. They're gonna take everything and wait for that last dollar. Carlos Rodon, like you said, is still available. Gene Segura still out there. Joey Gallo.
Stop it.
So
how is this notable? Why did you put his name on this list?
Because there's no shift, Brig. That's why it's notable.
I know.
And he might be the best towel waiver in the league.
I know. That's all true. So, well, bring him to Seattle then. What do you think?
I'd bring him to Seattle. You could platoon him
for $3?
in the left field. Oh yeah, I would definitely want, like, given his performance in the last couple of years, like you've got, like, he's got to take a team friendly deal for sure.
Oh yeah,
he can't be out there asking for a bunch of money.
No,
but he could have a bounce back year this year.
He could sign him to a AAA deal in Seattle, and
I like that.
Put him in left field with a team friendly deal, and just let him taxi squad back and forth a little bit, and let his stuff mature some more and work it out and see how he does with no shift on. That's what you do with Joey Gallo this year.
I think that's a great way to go. Yeah, fiscally responsible with Joey Gallo.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah. Give him a towel, though.
Hand him a towel. He'll wave it enthusiastically.
Will.
Dansby Swanson still hasn't signed. He's still out there. Gary Sanchez. I would bring Gary Sanchez on strictly as a DH.
Totally.
That dude can mash.
Yeah, bring him on as a DH. That makes perfect sense.
I think that's his new role in the league is a DH. Andrew Benintendi is still out there. Adam Frazier. He played this last year with the Mariners. He was a disappointment with the Mariners, but I do think that this is the thing about Adam Frazier is the dude doesn't strike out.
Right.
Puts the ball in play. I think he's going to benefit from no shift too.
Yeah.
I think that'll be really good for him. Andrew McCutchen still out there. You're getting a clubhouse guy with Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah. Experience, maturity.
I think he ends up signing with a contender. Not before spring training, but he'll eventually end up with a contender this year.
I could see him getting traded to a contender at the deadline. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know that it matters where he ends up right now. But if he ends up in Texas, watch out. They won't move him. They won't move him if he ends up in a place like Texas, or especially Texas. Then he's not leaving.
Yeah, you could be right there. I wonder if you can sign with a team under the condition that they trade you to a contender at the deadline.
I don't know. I'm sure you can sign under conditions of all kinds. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Trey Mancini is a free agent. Corey Kluber. Luke, would you call him Angry Pants Voigt?
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Luke Angry Pants Voigt still out there. Yeah. And this is like a make or break for Luke Voigt, I feel like. If he signs with a team, talk about I don't want to say on thin ice, but minding your P's and Q's when you're in a clubhouse. Luke Voigt's got to kind of.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an attitude thing or if he's just angry pants or what. I don't know. I would be angry if I was him. That's why I call him that. But
I would be too.
But I have no idea what the problem is. I don't know if it's a mental thing or if he's getting treated poorly or what. Something's going on.
Yeah, well, because he's been in two really good situations and then been removed from both of them forcibly.
Right.
So.
Yeah, forcibly.
Yeah, I'd be angry pants if I was him too. Adam Ottavino is still out there. I think you can get him on a bargain deal. And he can be really good for somebody. I think even like if you bring him in as your third starter,
fourth even.
Yeah. Oh, he'd be a great fourth starter. Yeah. Definitely.
That's what I'm saying. If you got a rotation that has room, he could end up back in New York. He could end up in Seattle. He could end up in Texas. I don't know. Nobody's going to fight him for that jersey number, though. That's easy.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think he'll end up in Seattle. Seattle's pretty well set unless they bring him in. He'd have to be the fifth starter at Seattle because they really like 1 through 4 trying to move 5th and 6th starters, Marco Gonzalez and Chris Flex, and they're trying to move those guys. I wouldn't be surprised, but anyway, and
he'll get picked up though.
Yeah, he will. He'll be on a team. And then Mike Zunino, I had to put him on here just because you're getting an all-star defensive catcher who hits like 200.
Right at the Mendoza line. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I think there are a lot of teams, a lot of pitching staffs that could use Mike Zunino on their team. Because
as a number 2 catcher, bullpen guy.
No, as their starter.
Starter?
I think he's a viable option for a lot of teams as their starter. Absolutely. Like if you've got 6-7 guys on that roster who can hit, and you can kind of hide his bat, like
you'd have to hide it though.
6th or 7th hole, maybe even the 8th hole, because he's going to come in, he's going to hit 25 home runs for you. So you'll take that, right?
With a 200 average, yeah.
Yeah, I think you take that. And what he's going to do for your pitching staff.
You just love Mike Zunino, though.
I love Mike Zunino. Brig,
I love him so much.
I watched him hit a ball out of a stadium, Brig. And I watched him in Seattle. I watched what he did in Tampa Bay with that pitching staff. I don't think it's a coincidence. He is an all-star defensive catcher.
He is. And I love to poke you about it because you just are ardently supportive of Mike Zunino.
I am ardently supportive of Mike Zunino. I'll be a fan of his anywhere he goes.
It's so good.
Because everywhere he goes, the pitching staff will get better.
They get better. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's what's going to happen.